What are you making?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a very delicious yam and potato porridge with vegetable. Before we dive into it, let me show you the ingredients that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using baked mackerel fish. You can use the smoked version. I'm also gonna be using palm oil, bell peppers, onion, salt and seasoning cubes, habanero peppers, dried shrimps. I'm also going to be using the heads of the dried shrimps instead of crayfish. For the veggies, I'm going to be using spinach, but you can use any dark green vegetable of choice. I'm just using a handful. The main ingredients are yam and sweet potatoes. Let us prep the ingredients. I'm gonna be starting with the yam. I'll be using half a tube of yam. I'm gonna cut and peel it. Whenever I peel yam, I always put on gloves because I have an allergic reaction to it, as do many people. So the gloves protect me from having itchy hands. Some people use salt or palm oil, but I find the gloves to be more effective. After peeling each piece, I'm gonna be cutting them into different sizes. So I'm gonna have big and small sizes. Those small pieces are eventually gonna break down to thicken the porridge. If this is your first time on my channel, or you are a returning viewer and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button and on the notification bell so that you can get an alert whenever I post a video. Like and share the video. Thank you and God bless you. When I'm done cutting them, I'm gonna rinse them and leave them in water so that they don't change color. I'm also gonna peel and cut the potatoes. I'll be using only 2 sweet potatoes for this recipe. Feel free to use any variety of sweet potatoes. Let me use this opportunity to send a very special shout out to all those that have subscribed. You guys are the best. I love you. Thank you and God bless you. Unlike the yam, the sweet potatoes are gonna be cut into smaller sizes. When I'm done, I'm gonna rinse them again because the potatoes and the yams are in the same bowl, and I'm gonna leave them soaked in water. It is time to prep and blend the veggies. So I'm gonna be deseeding the bell peppers. I don't need the seeds are bitter. I'm gonna cut them into smaller pieces so that I can blend them easily. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to blend them and set it aside. We are done with the prepping, so let us start cooking. In a pot, I'm gonna add about a cup of palm oil. I am gonna heat it over medium heat until it becomes lighter and begins to smoke. Then I will add the pepper blend and cook it for a few minutes. After cooking it for about 10 minutes, I'm gonna add the mackerel fish. I removed most of the bones from the fish. I know the bones are soft, but I do not want any accidents. Add the dried shrimps and 2 seasoning cubes and some salt. I'm gonna stir it together and let it cook. Oh, that is a piece of bone. I'm gonna let it cook for a while so that it will have time to develop a very delicious flavor, and the fish will also absorb the flavor of the sauce. I'm gonna be stirring it intermittently so that the bottom doesn't burn. I cooked it for about 20 minutes. It has reduced considerably and it is tastier. So at this point, I'm going to remove the fish before adding the yam and potato. I do not want the fish to completely break down. That's why I am removing them. I'm gonna add some water, not too much water, except you want a very loose runny porridge like me. This type of porridge is for people that like thick porridge. That means I have to be mindful of the amount of water that I'm gonna be using. So I'm adding the yam and the potato. I'm gonna try to submerge everything, but if I cannot, that means I have to add more water. This is enough, at least it can cook everything. Then I'm gonna add some salt to make sure that it is tasty. So add salt to taste. I'm gonna cover it and let it cook. While it is cooking, I'm gonna prep the leaves. I have another yam porridge recipe and the method is a little bit different from this. Of course, it has yam and sweet potatoes, but no vegetables, and it is loose. It is not as thick as this. So in case you don't like thick porridge, you can try that recipe too. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. You can check it out later if you are interested. It has been cooking for about 30 minutes. It is practically done, but I want to overcook it so that it will be softer. As you can see, it is done, but I'm going to cook it a bit and stir it so that it will break down easily. I'm going to cover it and let it cook for another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm going to come back and stir it until it begins to thicken. The more you stir it, the more it thickens up because this action breaks down the potatoes and the yam. As you can see, it looks thicker now. And for those bigger pieces, I'm gonna split them into two so that they don't look out of place. This is a good time to taste to see if it is well seasoned, and it is. But if not, add whatever you need to add. I'm gonna return the fish back to the pot and stir it. Then I'm gonna add the cut vegetable. Like I said, you can use any dark green leafy vegetable of choice as long as it is not bitter. So I'm just gonna cover it and let it cook for only 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, it is ready. As you can see, it is very thick, rich, and extremely delicious. So before I go, I'm gonna leave the link to my website in the description box where you can find the list of the ingredients and the measurements. So now that you know how to make thick yam porridge with vegetables, why don't you give this a try? I promise you, you're gonna enjoy it because it is really delicious. Thank you guys for watching. Till I see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.